Hello, my dear children. Welcome to Hidayah online class. I am Prasida, your social science teacher. All are happy after the exam. I hope all of you have done it nicely. Okay, so let's start our social science class. Okay, today let us start about new chapter Kerala, the land, the rain and the people. The land, the rain and the people. Are you all interested to know more about the state Kerala? Yes. Let us start the lesson by listening the experience of a boy. A boy sharing the experience after visiting a town. He found the vegetables of different varieties. He enquired his father, where do these vegetables comes from? Sometimes you will ask this question. Okay, father mentioned that vegetable, cereals, fruits, flowers all come to Kerala from far off places. That is Mysore, Ooty, Tamil Nadu, Mettupalayam, Kambam, Theni and Nagarkoil. Okay, rice comes from Simandra and Odisha. Now the question arises, why can't we cultivate all these? Children, do you know? Okay. Now we discuss what are the essential factors required for their cultivation. What are the essential factors required for their cultivation? Yes, you are right. First one, fertile soil. Fertile soil. That is, the soil should be very fertile for the plant to grow. That is, the soil should be very fertile for the plant to grow. What is the first point? Yes, very good. Fertile soil. Okay. Second point, favorable climate. Second point, favorable climate. The climate should be favorable for the plant to grow. Okay. The climate should be favorable for the plant to grow. So, the plant should grow proper water, proper sunlight for its growth. Okay. The third point, availability of water. The third point, availability of water. Plant should be grown in places where water is available. Plant should be grown in places where water is available. For example, near rivers, canals, etc. You know that, isn't it? The fourth point, manpower. What is manpower? There should be enough people available to work. There should be enough people available to work. Workers are required to work in all areas. So it is understood that cultivate to produce all the materials that we need in our state itself. We also understood about the essential factors required for cultivation. Isn't it? Tell me, what are the essential factors required for cultivation? Can you say the answer? Yes, very good. Essential factors required for their cultivation. First one, fertile soil. Next one, favorable climate. Next one, availability of water. Next one, manpower. Okay, isn't it? Okay. Next topic, a comparison with our neighboring state Tamil Nadu. Next topic, a comparison with our neighboring state Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu is one of the lead supplier of vegetables, flowers and groceries to Kerala. Shall we compare the agricultural situation in Kerala and Tamil Nadu? First one, major soil types. First one, major soil types. In Kerala, alluvial soil, laterite soil, forest soil, red soil are available. In Kerala, alluvial soil, laterite soil, forest soil, red soils are available. In Tamil Nadu, red soil, black soil, laterite soil, coastal soils are available. In Tamil Nadu, red soil, black soil, laterite soil, coastal soils are available. അതായത് എന്താണ് ഈ തമിഴ്നാട്ടിലെയും കേരളത്തിലെയും ഉള്ള മേജർ ആയിട്ടുള്ള പ്രധാനമായിട്ട് വരുന്ന സോയിൽ ടൈപ്പുകൾ ഏതൊക്കെയാണെന്നാണ് ഇപ്പൊ നമ്മള് നോക്കിയത്. ഓക്കെ, ഇൻ കേരള ആൻഡ് തമിഴ്നാടു ഹാവ് ഓൾമോസ്റ്റ് ദ സെയിം സോയിൽ ടൈപ്പ്. ഇൻ തമിഴ്നാടു ആൻഡ് കേരള ഹാവ് ഓൾമോസ്റ്റ് ദി സെയിം സോയിൽ ടൈപ്സ്, ബട്ട് alluvial soil which is ideal for agriculture exists in Kerala. ഓക്കെ, അതായത് എന്താണ്, അതായത് കേരളത്തിലും തമിഴ്നാട്ടിലും ഒരേപോലെയുള്ള മണ്ണിനങ്ങൾ തന്നെയാണ് എന്തുള്ളത്, മണ്ണിനങ്ങൾ തന്നെയാണ് നിലനിൽക്കുന്നത് എന്നാണ് പറയുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ, all of you clear? Okay. Shall we compare the availability of water in Kerala and Tamil Nadu? Listen, availability of water in Kerala, annual rainfall 300 centimeter. In Kerala, annual rainfall 300 centimeter. In Tamil Nadu, annual rainfall 95.9 centimeter. Next one, as rainfall is sufficient, irrigation is not necessary in most places. In Kerala, as rainfall is sufficient, irrigation is not necessary in most places. In Tamil Nadu, as rainfall is scanty, irrigation is essential. Listen, in Tamil Nadu, as rainfall is scanty, irrigation is essential. Next one, in Kerala, there are 44 rivers in Kerala. There are 44 rivers in Kerala. Next, in Tamil Nadu, only 14 rivers. Okay, after comparing the agricultural situation in both states, we can make following inferences. Okay, soil types in both states are almost the same. Soil types in both states are almost the same. Fertile alluvial soil is seen in Kerala. The number of rivers is more in Kerala. In the amount of rainfall received, also Kerala is far ahead of Tamil Nadu. Okay. In most regions of Tamil Nadu, irrigation is needed for cultivation. So, dear students, we have convinced that Kerala is suitable for agricultural practices. Okay, Kerala is suitable for agricultural practices. Okay, in Kerala, conditions are favorable for the growth of not only on coconut, paddy, tapioca, yam, elephant foot yam, but also spices crops like pepper, ginger and cardamom. So, dear students, we have to think, why are vegetables, flowers, etc. brought here from other states? The main reasons are, enough vegetables are not cultivated in Kerala. Enough vegetables are not cultivated in Kerala. Many educated people attracted non-agricultural activities. Many educated people attracted to the non-agricultural activities. Part of our agricultural land is kept uncultivated. Part of our agricultural land is kept uncultivated. The lands are used for construction and other purposes. The lands are used for construction and other purposes. Lack of high yielding seeds. Okay, lack of high yielding seeds means increase of workers. Okay, all of you clear? Generally, people in our state are not interested in agricultural works. Okay, dear students, that's all for today's class. Hope all of you understood what we learned in this class. Don't forget, read your textbook pages. See you in the next class with a new topic about Kerala. Have a nice day. Thank you.